and Mark have done live here on Liquid Lunch a little while back. Great, fantastic song. And we've got Tanya Chernova here. Tanya, welcome to that channel. It's great to have you back.
Thank you.
And you kind of laughed when I told you about the immortality rings, but...
It takes everything. It takes everything to look, stay, and feel younger. Whatever works for you.
Okay, great. So where do we start on this today? First of all, why would people want to battle the aging process?
That's a really good question. And the aging process is very individual. So it really just depends. I find personally that people, as they age, look in the mirror and they feel, 20, 30, 40, even though they might be 60, and think, how come the outside doesn't match the way I feel on the inside? And so really anti-aging is just a process to help people look on the outside as young as they feel on the inside. Yeah, or look better on the outside so that they can feel younger on the inside.
And so many times we think the answer lies in cosmetic surgery. Let's cut, do whatever we can, facelift, whatever, Botox, laser procedures, whatever, to make ourselves look younger.
Right.
And I wanted to talk today about you have a lot of insight. I believe you were just named some top coach in this field.
Yes, I think Capital Beauty just said that I was the #1 salon and spa success coach across Canada or something. It was very generous.
Well, congratulations. So I want, I'd like to talk to you, your insight about, and I know you were on Home Shopping Channel with Time Release. I also know that you're a coach and a speaker, doing a lot of different things, and you also work with Joanna Ambrose for Courageous Living.
Yeah.
What can we do that's non-invasive, beyond serums and creams, to make ourselves look younger?
Wow, that's a really good question. Okay, so if it's non-invasive, right? I mean, it's understanding that we have to target the sources of aging. And Jeanette, the sources of aging are basically three main ones, outside of hormones and the environment, but specifically how we age our skin is, first of all, sleeping on our face. And I don't know if the camera can see, it's this really unattractive pose, but when you're crushing your face up against the pillow and a side sleeper or a face sleeper, you're literally like folding the skin over. And as the cells regenerate while you sleep, they regenerate in that creased pattern. And as we get older, those creases get deeper and deeper. And so those aging lines, quote unquote, are not really time, they're simply abuse that we create on the face. So it's about, first of all, understanding that. The second thing is a force of gravity. And the force of gravity is not necessarily affecting us during the day because our muscles are active. But during the nighttime when we're sleeping, or in the morning when the skin is tired, the muscles are tired and not holding ourselves up, the skin literally stretches. And as we get older, the skin pulls away from the muscle. Like you could literally feel the skin on some people where it's pulled away from the muscle. And so we have to bring it back up to the muscle, or at least prevent it from actually stretching, because the collagen and the elastin stretches. And then the third is, of course, the wrinkling and the frowning. And the more that people repeat those facial expressions, the more that it creates the lines and wrinkles. And so what my mother actually invented, because I come from Russia, as you know, and my mother was a very famous dermatologist there, and we had skincare clinics in Winnipeg where we grew up, and we had, and I had a whole, 8 years of working in the clinic before I graduated university in business. And we realized that even with the best skincare products, the best machines, everything, and as she famously says, you can't make a good dress out of bad material. So a lot of people want to cut, but the texture of their skin is so poor it stretches right out. We created the time reverse facial support system to physically lift and firm and support the skin and, reverse the signs of aging without surgery.
So how does it work, Tanya?
How does it work? So first of all, I don't know if you can see the actual...
Yeah, we have
the facial bands. Okay, perfect. So what we did was we created something, and I mean, over 10 years of research went into this particular product, and it is, it's called the Time Reverse Facial Support System. So there's two pieces, one for the face and one for the forehead, which can be combined in different positions, and there's a video. But if you notice, where they're actually holding up the skin and the muscles is exactly where the surgeon would actually be doing the cutting. So I know it looks a little bit, scary when you put it on, but it's really 100% breathable, irritant-free, time-reverse material specifically engineered for the face. It's totally hypoallergenic, even if people have allergies to everything. And when you put it on, it physically lifts and firms the sagging contours of the face. It has a special dermafilm on the inside of it, which physically smooths and irons out the lines and wrinkles. And the most important thing is, of course, you can wear it while you sleep or in the morning like you would be ironing a blouse. You could wear it just for 15 minutes as an anti-aging mask that physically smooths and irons out the skin. skin, but it actually works with biofeedback. So if you've ever worn roller skates, you know that when you take them off, you still feel like you're on roller skates? You know, and it's the same thing when you're wearing this, even for 10 minutes at a time. When you take it off, you actually feel like you're still wearing it, and so there's a reminder for you to stop frowning. And most people are unconscious when they're frowning. They're driving, they're reading a book, they're listening to a seminar, and they're actually wrinkling their face. If you could realize, oh, I'm frowning now, and stop, you don't even ever have to have Botox, because Botox actually freezes that particular synapse where you frown, so it prevents you from frowning. But in your brain, you're still frowning. That's why you know it's wearing off, because the actual movement hasn't been stopped. But here you retrain your brain not to do the frowning anymore. Yeah.
And now these bands, I guess, whatever you call them, they work in conjunction with the product line. And I know you're giving this away today, and it's got an $85 value. So whoever gets to the phone fast.
What are you
Lucky
giving away?
person.
What are you giving away here?
Yeah, so the Time Reverse Facial Support System works with other skincare. However, we've created a specific formulation that I formulated. I worked in a laboratory in France for over 4 years, and I traveled over 25 countries speaking as an international educator. So we picked out the ingredients that really help to strengthen the skin's immune system. And also they're dynamic. So each product does 3 specific things. So the Renew Gentle Exfoliating Cleanser has microscopic exfoliating beads, as well as hydrating, as well as makeup removal and deep cleansing. The Rebalance pH Toner has properties to help reduce the redness, because a lot of people are allergic to water, and it's almost like a conditioner like you would use for your hair but for your face. Revive Super Firming Energy Serum is for the face. It's like a radiance gel. It's so beautiful for the face and neck, the bust, the under the arms, when you do hello and it goes goodbye at the bottom. That's right. The inner thighs. And then you have the anti-wrinkle stick. And I have to tell you, we won awards for the eye products and also the anti-wrinkle stick, because you get the cream with it too that activates the bands. But the anti-wrinkle stick looks like a lip balm, but it's actually lunch for your skin, like liquid lunch, right? Because during the day in the morning you put your cream, and at night you put your cream. But during the day your skin's like a sponge, and the creams evaporate. So you need to keep the skin hydrated all day long with something that won't necessarily evaporate but creates elasticity in those areas that don't contain their own level of moisture. Like around the eye, there's no natural moisture factor, or the lips. That's why they wrinkle the fastest. So you roll this up, and under or over makeup, or for men, it has no glow or anything else. You put it around the eyes, around the lips, and on all the little lines and wrinkles you want to eliminate or prevent.
And what's in the box?
The box has the facial support bands. Yeah, that's separate.
So this is all $85?
No, actually, the kit is $189 for the facial support bands and all of the skincare. But and so right now, actually, we're giving away a set of just the skincare. But if your readers or your viewers want to go, and they can enter the promo code TIME11 on the Time Reverse website, they can get 2 for 1. So they can buy a kit for themselves with everything in it for $189 and get a full kit free.
So if you're a husband and wife team, you both can use it.
So many do. Honestly, so many do.
Because you don't want one person aging faster than the other.
You don't.
No. But think about that. $189 versus, the laser are, comparatively speaking, the laser is a lot of money, and it has to be done all the time.
Right.
Botox, similarly, every 6 months you have to have an injection.
Yeah.
And surgery costs a couple $1,000s.
Yeah.
Plus, you might not wake up.
Well, there's always that risk.
There's always the risk, right?
So $189 for all that's amazing. We have a caller, I guess, that just called in, so we'll get you the name after.
Congratulations.
But I wanted to also say, so if you do all of this and you continue to eat right, sleep right, exercise, and take your vitamins, how many years do you think you can eliminate without going?
Yeah, and
to
we
a
have
surgeon?
before and after pictures that are amazing, and I could just pull them out. They're just in the box. But I mean, really, people write us in. We've had this product on the market for 10 years now. 2001 we launched on the shopping channel, but 2000 we formulated it. We have people saying today that they look 10 and 15 years younger than their age, that are in their 60s, because they've been using this. And I tell you honestly, most people walk into the elevator and they do this in the mirror quite privately to see if they could get a lift. And if you slept like that, you're literally like wearing braces on your teeth, but it's like a guide for your skin. Even if you wear it 15 minutes at a time, a couple of times a week, you're literally straightening everything out. So, I mean, you really get a huge benefit with the bands. The skincare, I mean, it's good to hydrate, but you really do need to guide the skin. And this is one of the only products ever been invented to do that. And at the same time, it's really important to add one thing to the list, and that's thinking positive. I have to be honest with you that my mother, who's 72, who looks like she's 50,